Okay, hi there, people. Welcome to another video. This is the first certificate, Reading and Use of English, Part 2. And we're looking at the computer-based exam today. My students are always asking me, what's best, computer-based or paper-based? I have to say, in my opinion, computer-based is far superior in lots of ways, some of them that we're going to look at today. The Use of English, Part 2. This is a short exercise. I would say it's the shortest exercise in the whole exam. What I am saying is it only takes 2 or 3 minutes to do this task. I'm not saying it's easy. Whereas look at the bottom here, we have part 5, 6, and 7 that take maybe 15 minutes each. Part 1, 2, and 3 are definitely shorter. Okay, so this is part 2. We have a text about some stupid normal subject. Well, they're quite interesting, actually. I've seen topics like the history of chewing gum, space travel, things like that. And this one is about a motorbike stunt rider. Seems quite interesting. My general technique: number one, I look at the title, I think about the subject. Number two, I read the text quickly without focusing on the gap. Number three, I read it more carefully. I focus really a lot on the word before and after the gap, especially if it's a preposition or an important grammatical form. I think about the kind of word I need. Is it a preposition, article, modal verb? Then I try the option. I write my idea, and then at the end, I read through all the way to check. Okay, let's do it. Motorbike, stunt rider. And look what we can do on this, the computer-based exam. Look, you can highlight the text very easily. I think that is super, super important. I'm always telling students, get their pencil, underline the text, use the process of elimination. And this, it's actually very good, the computer-based exam. Look at the way we can highlight. And also we can make notes, but I always highlight. Okay, let's begin reading. Motorbike stunt rider. Have you ever dreamed about being Evel Knievel or Evella Knieveler? Me, I'm really scared about motorbikes, to be honest. One day I'll tell you the story about me and motorbikes. Let's just say it wasn't very much fun for all involved. But stunts are cool. So motorbike stunt rider. I work as a motorbike stunt rider. That is, I do tricks on my motorbike at shows. The Le Mans racetrack in France was, I first saw some guys doing motorbike stunts. I'd never seen anyone riding a motorbike using just the back wheel before, and I was, impressed. I went straight home and taught, to do the same. It wasn't very long before I began to earn my living at shows performing my own motorbike stunts. I have a degree in mechanical engineering. This helps me to look at the physics lies behind each stunt. In addition to being responsible for design changes to the motorbike, I have to work every stunt I do. People often think that my work is very dangerous, but apart some minor mechanical problem happening occasionally during a stunt, nothing ever goes wrong. I never feel in kind of danger because I'm very experienced. Okay, now we look more carefully. We look at gap number 9 first. I focus on this sentence. The Le Mans racetrack in France was, I first saw some guys doing motorbike stunts. Straight away, I know it's like a pronoun about location. So what do you think? Could I put was when, was who, was that, was the place? Well, think about it. France is a location. So what pronoun do we use with France? Yes, we use where. Was where I first saw some guys doing motorbike stunts. I'd never seen anyone riding a motorbike using the back wheel before, and I was impressed. I went straight home and taught this one. We're going to highlight both the gap 10 and 11. I'd never seen anyone riding a motorbike using just the back wheel, and I was impressed. So it's like some kind of modifier. I was very impressed, but I went straight home afterwards. I was that impressed. I was So impressed. I was such impressed. Yeah. I think the answer would be I was so impressed that I went straight home and taught my mum to do the same, taught my sister to do the same, taught them, taught me. Well, in Spanish, maybe you could say taught me, but that's because the grammar and stuff in Spanish is quite simple compared to English. The reflexive pronoun, what is the reflexive pronoun? Is it taught themselves, taught yourself, taught myself, or is it taught myself to do the same? Okay, I have a degree in mechanical engineering. Any students from who go to English classes out there, I'm sure you've heard lots of people say, I have a degree on mechanical engineering. I have a degree too. I have a degree at. Well, no, the correct preposition is I have a degree in mechanical engineering. This helps me to look at the physics lies behind. This one is definitely tough. The physics lies, so it's a pronoun. The physics which lies, the physics who lies, no, because it's not a person. The physics that lies, or the physics which lies. I think it's both, really. The physics that lies behind each time. When you look in the answers, you'll see sometimes Cambridge gives you two options, and here we can have that or which, because they're often used interchangeably, that or which. In addition to being responsible for design changes, I have to work every stunt I do. I have to work, what is it? It's another preposition. I have to work on, I have to work at, I have to work to. In addition to being responsible for design changes, I have to work on every stunt I do. I have to work at every stunt I do. Someone, if you can write in the comments and help me with this one, I have to work on. Is normally I work on. After school today, I need to work on my special project. People often think that my work is very dangerous, but apart, this one is a little bit easier. Apart, it's like a set phrase. Apart with a preposition, is it apart that, apart in, apart under? No, it's apart from. So I would say, apart from pizza, my favorite food is hamburgers, for example. And finally, I never feel in kind of danger. This I know will be difficult for lots of students. I never feel in, because you're talking the difficulties in other language. I only know Spanish and English. It's like, is it any, nothing, no? And it would be, it's like a negative. I never feel in any kind of danger. Okay. So therefore, we've got the Le Mans racetrack. Now I'm going to read over and check my answers. Was where I first saw some guys doing stunts. I was so impressed. I went home and taught myself to do the same. I have a degree in. This helps me to look at the physics that lies behind each stunt. I have to work on every stunt.